Nigerian's insurance industry now, from the reports we got from the latest Q3 GDP report, shows that that particular sector expanded, has recorded a growth rate of 16.99%. And despite all the volatility that is associated with the Nigerian economy. And this begs my question. What is really... how are the financial and non-financial sector positioning themselves for growth that they are being able, they are gaining some sense of resilience over all of these macroeconomic fundamentals? Charles, you play that sector.
That's very interesting. You see, like we have said, you know, resilience,
yes,
that's the key word. And, you know, the financial sector, whether it is insurance or is it banking, it's forex, mortgage, and
investment banking, and
all that. Yes. One of the first things you are taught is how to keep going when things are really tough. Because these services are essential services. Yeah. Looking at the insurance now that we're talking about, you can see, compared before, the awareness when it comes to the insurance sector has improved. I know because I've been involved. We've done a lot of enlightenment campaign with NICOM. Because insurance is a way of life.
Yes, it is.
It's a way of life. But you see, when we begin to see insurance, the concept of insurance, begin to see it as say, oh no, Jesus is my insurance. I have Bendel insurance and all that. But when you now understand that concept, that construct, you now know that whether you have Jesus or you don't have Jesus, you need to have insurance.
Yes.
It's just a risk management tool. And at the end of the day, we also know that if you insure, maybe for your car now, maybe third party or comprehensive, and nothing happens, you know that at the end of the day, it's business for the insurance company. Those premiums you have paid are now being used to invest in the economy because the insurance companies are the major player in our capital market.
Yes.
And they also invest in companies, you know, they have substantial holdings in some companies, and these companies will need those funds to expand their approach. So you can see that the insurance sector has an integrated impact in the whole economy. So if you insure your car and there is an issue, of course, the insurance company come to your aid. Again, I don't want to go religion now. There is this Islamic insurance, Takafu. Now, their own provision is even better than the ordinary insurance.
Okay.
Because if 10 of us have contributed and nothing happens, then there is a way where they are going to share that proceeds.
Okay.
Because, but in the normal insurance, it is the unfortunate person that gets the benefits. But in the Islamic insurance now, everybody now benefits. It's like an endowment. Everyone now benefits. So you can see this is an encouragement. So you can see that even those in that Islamic Muslims can also partake in that financial sector. So all these have contributed to the insurance sector, you know, expanding. And we know that more still need to be done.
Yes.
People need to get involved. Not only your vehicle insurance, that are new products, that
education,
there are endowment funds here and there. Do you know you can even get an insurance policy against weather? You can get an insurance policy against your income. In case
I've been thinking of my plan is once my daughter is 1, I will start looking out for
an endowment fund.
An endowment fund for her.
Educational policy.
Exactly. That will have to safeguard her future. We all pray to live long, but we always have this mindset in Nigeria that when you say anything bad, you hear people say, God forbid, God forbid. But life will always happen. Life will always happen. And that is why insurance are always there for us. But despite the fact that insurance also has a huge benefit, not just only to Nigerians, but also to the economy, it is still not being fully tapped. Insurance penetration in Nigeria is still less than 0.1%.
I agree with you. And that's why those of us in the market, that's why we say the capital market operators, stockbrokers like us, are the ones really driving this economy. So you can see that I am talking as if I'm an insurance expert, because we monitor some of these insurance companies that are quoted in the market, and we see their performance. We're not too happy with some of them, but we know that with more patronage, when Nigerians begin to see insurance, not government is forcing you, but it's something that you're seeing the need for it. We will see an improvement more in that sense. And we're happy that these figures that have been given to us by the NBS, we are seeing an improvement. I would think more still need to be done. Of course, in fact, insurance, people say there are two things that are very certain. debt and tax. Yes, the tax
You can't run away from them.
you know. So
I like that.
why not prepare for it? Why not have a life insurance policy? Why companies should have group life insurance policy for their workers. Companies should have workmen compensation for their workers. Because you work, even in the media industry.
Yes.
You know how hazardous this profession is.
And Charles, it will also baffle you to know that it's only in Africa, to the best of my ability, that I've come to realize that it's only in Africa that you don't see media houses give their reporters who go on crisis-prone areas to cover those issues in those areas. They don't give them life insurance. The likes of CNN, the BBCs, I'm not supposed to mention, the Al Jazeera's, the Sky News, for any of the reporters that are being assigned to crisis-prone areas, especially the ongoing Israel-Hamas war now,
Russia, Ukraine.
Yes. So they know that once they get it, their family are safeguarded, they are secured.
And you see motivation.
The willingness to want to do the job.
But President, I would not agree with 100% that Nigerian media houses don't do insurance policy for some of their workers.
Some of them. Life insurance
yes.
The reporters.
Yes, for the reporters. Yes. I think there is a general insurance policy that covers.
I know of that.
Exactly.
But I'm speaking as specifically to reporters that have been assigned to crisis-prone areas.
Yes, some of the media houses, I won't mention their name too, they have such a thing. But you know, every man in the newsroom, every man in the media house is a reporter, because when you are coming and there is a crisis somewhere, maybe in Ojota, Oshodi, Maitu, you see that reporter in you. I mean, you had a very practical example.
Yeah,
you saw some weeks ago, and you were reporting from there.
Definitely,
you know,
that's true.
You are not a reporter, but that's a reporter in you must always
that journalistic instinct
will always come
up
after you and you report it. So let's say in the course of reporting that incident, one or two things happen. Of course, I'm sure your media house will have done some things to cover that event for you. I mean, in terms of your insurance.
I would want to say, but let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, Charles, let's move on. So much to talk about.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about how inflation is really hampering on the operating environment. So this report from Stanbic IBTC Bank is coming out now. Their monthly purchasing managers index, that's the PMI report, and saying that the private sector actually has been worst hit by inflationary pressure, impacting them negatively. We're seeing that the figure has reduced from 49.1 basis points, which recorded in the month of October, to 48.0 basis points in November. Charles, what does this speak of our operating environment? How do businesses continue to thrive in this volatile situation? Because this is the time that businesses need to start bringing up their vocal strategy to weather this storm.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes, one, we must commend Stanbic IBTC for that report. You know, the purchasing managers index
PMI.
That index kind of capture the operating environment for manufacturing and service industry in terms of the increased order, the operating environment and all that. So if you have a score of less than 50, then that means that economy is not doing so well. Anything above 50, at least you are doing so. But you can see from the reports, they said from 49 down to 48, you know, which shows that inflation is really deep, is really adversely affecting these manufacturing companies. And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing today.
Yes.
Now, what can the government do? Very simple. According to they must have a blueprint. They must have a strategy to increase production. And how do you increase production? Power. Power is always, and thank God we're told that our president somewhere in Dubai had some discussion with some COP28
climate change
summit. And he had discussions in Germany with some people, Siemens and all that, and see how they are going to improve our power generation capacity and all that, renewable energy and all that. So that is what the government needs to do. If not, we'll keep seeing this kind of report coming out from MBS, from the Stanbic IBTC most of the time.
All right. we'll just leave it at that, and we just hope that, like you rightly said, the government has seen these figures. I like the fact that Wale Edun, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, actually is a guy from the private sector, so you understand these figures, and you understand the ripple effect this will have not only on the private sector but the economy generally as a whole. But I just hope that when they get to see it, they do the needful. Charles, we'll leave it at this. I'd like to say a big thank you to you for your time joining me on this segment of the program. Definitely we're having you again as we dive deep into the budget. We'll talk more about that. And we'll talk about all the other aspects concerning it.
Okay.
All right, still to come. The Nigerian Ocean Index appreciated by 0.27%, while the market capitalization depreciated by 0.3% to close at 71,419.87 and 39.82 trillion naira respectively. We have more after this time out. Please stay with us. It's the Business Breakfast on iBrand Television.